Have you ever felt like you don't belong in this world? As if there's something inside you that no one understands, but that insists on shining even when everything tries to extinguish it? Maybe that's not a flaw. Maybe it's a sign, a calling. Evidence that you carry something rare, something few possess. There are people who are born with gifts that cannot be explained by logic. They feel more, perceive more, suffer more, and also transform more. These people are called many things, different, weird, intense, but here we'll call them by their true name, the chosen ones. And if you're here, reading or listening to this, yes, you might be one of them. The world doesn't understand the chosen ones because they challenge the system. They carry 7 mysterious powers that cause discomfort in those who live asleep. That's why they are being silently investigated, erased, silenced. But these powers are, in fact, your key to freedom. And you are going to discover them now, one by one. This content is a map of revelation, a journey for you to finally understand who you are, why you've been through so much, and why you've come this far. But before anything else, remember that nothing is by chance. If you are hearing this, it's because you are ready. If this message touched you in any way, follow this channel right now. That way you'll keep receiving the next signs, the next keys, and strengthen your journey among the chosen ones. Power 1. Deep feeling, the gift of heightened sensitivity. Since childhood, you've felt everything more intensely. The pain of the world felt like your own. A rude comment hurt you for days. A heavy environment made you want to run away. While others said it was overreacting or drama, you quietly began to hide this gift. Because yes, this is a gift, even if they made you believe otherwise. You feel what's hidden in words. You sense what no one else sees. Before someone explodes, you already know. Before something bad happens, something inside you has already warned you. You may think that's anxiety, but it's not. It's subtle perception. It's active intuition. It's a power that many want to eliminate, because those who feel too much see too much. We live in a world that glorifies emotional coldness, that calls strong the ones who are unshaken. But the chosen ones came with open souls, and because of that they see what the eyes can't show. This sensitivity is not weakness. It's spiritual radar. It's an inner compass. It's what allows you to guide, to heal, to connect, to create and transform. Imagine an artist who paints with emotion, a therapist who feels what the patient can't express, a leader who reads the room in silence. All of them share this gift, except, instead of hiding it, they embrace this sensitivity as strength. But the world tries to numb this power. It teaches you to silence, to ignore, to move on. But when you run from what you feel, you run from who you are. It's time to stop running, to feel with awareness, feel to transform, feel to free yourself. Practical exercise. Close your eyes for a moment. Remember a situation when your body or your intuition warned you about something, and you ignored it. What would have changed if you had trusted it? Now think, what in your life today is asking for emotional attention? Listen, feel, write it down. Power 2. Rebellion of the system. The soul that doesn't fit. In you never accepted things as they are. You could never obey just because you were told to. You always had questions. You always saw flaws where others claimed there were absolute truths. That made you a rebellious soul. And because of that, you may have been labeled difficult, stubborn, or nonconformist. But the truth is, you were born to question. This power is feared, because whoever questions awakens. Whoever refuses to conform transforms. Those who see beyond the rules create new realities. And that's why the system tries to silence those who don't bend. But you came to the world to be the crack in the wall of conformity. The rebellion of the chosen one isn't just against laws or authorities. It's rebellion against all that is false, mechanical, manipulated. You can't stand injustice. You can't tolerate lies. And sometimes that isolates you. But that isolation is part of your spiritual protection. You're being kept away from contamination. The chosen ones with this power are the first to awaken. The ones who see the gears behind the curtain. And no matter how much they try to make you silent, your essence will always find a way to scream. Because that scream is sacred. You are the one who challenges what seems unquestionable. You are the one who raises debate where silence reigns. And even when you're afraid, your spirit is driven by truth. This is not a flaw. It's a mission. Practical exercise. List 3 situations in your life where you didn't fit in. At school, at work, in social groups. Now reflect. What was your soul trying to show you? What in you was screaming for truth? Write a phrase that represents your sacred rebellion. Example, I didn't come to follow. I came to question power 3. Inner calling, the feeling of having a greater mission. Have you ever felt like you were born for something great, but you don't yet know what it is? A restlessness that won't let you live on autopilot. Even when everything seems fine, deep down, something's missing. That's your inner calling, and it's real, and it's powerful. The chosen ones have carried that fire in their chest since a very young age. A feeling that something important needs to be done, even if it's unseen for now. And the world tries to muffle it, and with routines, distractions, fears. Because when a person listens to their calling, they become unreachable. This power unsettles those who live asleep. Because your search shows that there's more than the 9-to-5 life. That there's life beyond bills and social media. You came with this restlessness because your mission is to break patterns, shatter cycles, and awaken others. It's not about fame or money. The calling is about impact, presence, connection. Sometimes it comes in silence, sometimes it explodes in crisis. But it always shows up. And when you ignore it, everything starts to lose meaning. So instead of asking, what do I have to do? Start by asking, what makes me vibrate? What would the world lose if I stayed silent? Those questions open the door to your calling. Practical exercise. Write a letter to yourself as if it were your soul speaking. You came into this world to let it flow without judgment. Read it out loud. That letter may be the seed of your next step. Power 4. Dimensional communication. The voice that touches souls. Have you ever noticed that when you speak truthfully, people stop to listen? That your words move others in ways you can't always explain? That's not just charisma. It's spiritual connection. It's the transmission of invisible codes. It's your ability to communicate beyond the physical plane. It comes from the soul, not from technique. The chosen ones with this gift don't speak only with words. They communicate through energy, presence, gaze. A single phrase of yours can open a wound or heal a soul. A simple outpouring can sound like revelation to someone listening. And you know that. Even if you tried to silence that voice for fear of judgment, deep down, you always knew there was something sacred in what you carry. This power manifests in many ways: speech, writing, art, music, dance, content creation, even in silence full of meaning. The form changes. The impact doesn't. The true force lies in what you awaken in others. You hold the key to unlocking emotional, mental, and spiritual doors in the people who cross your path. That's why the system fears this power so much. Because it transforms. It awakens, it disturbs, it breaks down inner walls, and an awakened soul is a free soul. That's why they tried to silence your expression. They said you talk too much, expose yourself too much, overcomplicate things. But in truth, they were trying to neutralize the force beating in your communication. You don't need to be extroverted to have this gift. Many quiet, chosen ones express this power even more profoundly. Through texts that give you chills, looks that pierce, songs that make you cry, gestures that convey truths words can't reach. The point isn't the volume of your voice. It's the frequency it vibrates on, and that no one can imitate. Dimensional communication happens when you express yourself with soul, when you speak your truth, even if it hurts, when you write what no one else dared to say, when you share what was locked inside, and it frees someone else. It's not about convincing anyone. It's about reminding people of what they already know, but had forgotten. This power demands courage, because communicating the invisible requires vulnerability, and not everyone is ready to hear it. You'll be criticized, misunderstood, mocked at times. But still, when you express your truth, you activate an invisible chain of transformation. Someone will remember who they are. Someone will wake up from autopilot. Someone will awaken. Many healers, mentors, teachers, therapists, artists, and leaders live this mission. But it can also hide inside ordinary people with extraordinary messages. People like you, who carry an ancestral voice, who need to be heard, even if they don't fully know why. Never silence yourself again. Never doubt the importance of what you have to say. Your voice, in your way, with your words, may be exactly what someone needs to start living with purpose again. You don't just speak, you activate, you awaken, you reveal. Practical exercise. Take a piece of paper or record an audio on your phone and answer the following question. If you could say something for the entire world to hear for 60 seconds, what would you say? Speak as if it were your last chance to express truth. Then listen carefully. There's power in it. It might feel uncomfortable, but within that message lies a key to your next step. Power 5. Expanded vision. The gaze that sees beyond. Some people see what's in front of them. Others see what no one else notices. The chosen ones with expanded vision belong to that second group. They observe the invisible. They sense patterns. They feel the future. They understand messages hidden in chaos. They have an uncommon ability to connect dots that to others seem unconnected. This power is like an inner radar. While the world is trapped in the obvious, the immediate, the surface, you access deeper layers. It's as if part of you were outside of time, watching everything from above. That's why you've already predicted things that happened. You've had ideas that seemed crazy and years later became reality. You've tried to warn someone, and only later did that person understand. In the end, you always knew. This vision doesn't come from the eyes alone. It comes from the mind, the soul, the subtle field. And it can manifest in many ways, through quick intuitions, symbolic dreams, sudden inspirations, or even physical discomfort when something is misaligned. You feel flaws in the air. You read the energy of places. You know when something is off, even if no one else notices. The system fears this power because it breaks illusions. It sees manipulations. It perceives truths hidden behind beautiful speeches. That's why they tried to discredit you. They said you overthink, that you're daydreaming, that you make things complicated. But what they call madness is often prophetic vision. And yes, there's a price for seeing too much. Sometimes you feel alone, ahead of your time, misunderstood. But that's not a mistake. It's a mission. Those who carry this gift didn't come to fit in. They came to guide, to anticipate, to open the way for others. Expanded vision is useful in everything: creation, business, healing, strategy, teaching, leadership. It allows you to foresee risks, recognize opportunities, and see solutions amid chaos. But for that, you have to trust what you see, even when no one else sees it. Your mind is a portal. Your ideas don't come from nowhere. When you access a vision, you are being called to build something new. You didn't come to repeat old formulas. You came to create futures. The old world needs eyes that see beyond, and your eyes are already awake. Use this power wisely. Don't keep what you see only for yourself. Share it, translate it, guide others. Not everyone has the ability to see what you see, but many need your vision to find their own path. Practical exercise. Set aside a quiet moment. Close your eyes and visualize your life 3 years from now, if you were to follow your intuition to the fullest. Where would you be? With whom? Doing what? Write down the details. That vision is not fantasy. It's a sketch of what your soul is ready to build now. Trust it and walk in the direction of what you see. Power 6. Transmutation, the gift of turning pain into power. Some break under pain. Others become hardened. The chosen ones, they transmute. They take the wound and turn it into healing. They take the trauma and turn it into a message. They take what was ruin and build something new. This is the gift of transmutation, one of the most sacred and most feared. You've already been through things that felt unfair, heavy, suffocating. Situations that almost made you give up. People who hurt you. Moments that tore you apart inside. But somehow, even without knowing how, you survived. And more than that, you came out of those phases with a strength you didn't even know you had. What many call a scar became a tool within you. And not because it was easy, but because your soul has carried this power from the start. Chosen ones are not spared from pain. On the contrary, many times they're thrown to the bottom of the pit to discover that down there's a portal of rebirth. To transmute is not to pretend it didn't hurt. It's to accept that it did, but not let it define who you are. It's to face the pain, understand what it came to teach, and then choose what to do with it. That choice is what separates those who become victims from those who become guides. You may have been rejected, betrayed, forgotten, silenced, but inside, you exist an invisible mechanism that turns grief into light, loss into power, pain into direction. And the most beautiful part, it doesn't happen only for you. When you heal, you free generations. You heal your past. You inspire others. You become a path. That's why the system fears this power so much. Because someone who has transmuted pain is unbreakable, uncontrollable, fearless. When you've already faced your inner darkness, what's outside loses its power to control you. You begin to be guided from within. This power creates soulful leaders, healers of essence, wounded mentors who cure, creators who channel their pain into art, ordinary people who live with purpose because they know what it's like to lose everything. And still go on. But be careful. For transmutation to happen, you must stop hiding your pain. It's not shame. It's raw material. Every tear you've shed can become the seed of something that will transform lives. If you allow it, if you accept it, if you open that portal, it's not about romanticizing suffering. It's about reclaiming power from what hurt you. Your story has a reason, and now it can have new meaning. You can choose to make that pain your fuel, not your prison. Practical exercise. Write a timeline of your pain. Choose 3 difficult moments in your life. For each one, write what happened, what you learned, how you can transform that into something helpful, for yourself or for others. This might hurt at first, but it can open doors that have been locked for a long time. Power 7. Magnetism of light and shadow, The presence that transforms environments. Have you noticed that as soon as you enter a place, something changes? People look, energies move. Some are drawn to you without knowing why. Others move away for no apparent reason. You don't need to say a word. Your presence speaks. Your energy field vibrates. Your existence both unsettles and fascinates at the same time. That's your magnetism. A powerful energetic field that radiates from within and affects everything around it. But unlike what many believe, it's not about always vibrating high or being light all the time. The true power of this magnetism lies in its balance between light and shadow. You carry an intensity you don't always know how to control. Sometimes you love too much, feel too much, explode too much. At other times, you go silent, withdraw, become an enigma. This movement between extremes reflects your spiritual nature. Intense, alive, deep. You are not lukewarm. You are fire and ice, sun and moon, light and shadow. And that is rare. The system fears people like that, because it can't predict or control them. Because this magnetism doesn't come from looks, status, or effort. It comes from real presence, from lived truth, from a field that carries history, soul, and frequency. Wherever you step, something shifts, and that unsettles those who still live, anesthetized. Many chosen ones with this power have tried to hide, tried to dim their light so as not to disturb others, pretended to be smaller to fit into tight spaces. But what is too big to be contained eventually overflows. And when you accept this magnetic presence, you become an agent of awakening. People around you can't explain it, but they feel you. Some will admire you. Others will envy you. Some will follow you. Others will try to sabotage you, but none will ignore you. And that's part of your mission, to provoke movement, whether through love or discomfort. If you've made it this far, it's because something inside you recognized every word you read. This is not a coincidence. There's a reason for this connection. This content didn't appear by chance. It found you because your soul is ready. Ready to remember, to accept, and to embrace what you've always known deep down. Throughout this journey, you've discovered 7 invisible marks. 7 spiritual characteristics that the world tries to hide, distort, or silence. But they never stopped existing within you. At some point in your life, you felt that there was something different about you. Maybe you tried to deny it. Maybe you lost yourself. But now you've remembered. Each power revealed here represents a part of your essence. They are fragments of a greater mission that is about to begin, or that has already begun but was dormant. You carry real, deep spiritual gifts. And for a long time you may have believed this was weakness, exaggeration, or confusion. Now you know it wasn't. It was all part of the process, the pain you've lived, the separations you faced, the doubts, the breaks, and even the moments of silence. None of it was in vain. It all served to prepare you. Every experience shaped the strength you now carry. That strength is the foundation of your true identity. You were trained through pain, refined through loneliness, and awakened by intuition. Now, the choice is yours. You can pretend that nothing has changed, or you can embrace who you truly are. Living as a chosen one requires courage, but denying that calling takes even more energy. The price of denial is living a life that was never meant for you. Maybe you feel afraid. Maybe you think you're not ready yet. But what makes you a chosen one isn't certainty. It's the willingness to move forward even without it. It's not about knowing everything. It's about feeling and walking. One step at a time. One yes at a time. Because every yes you give to your truth opens a new path. You already know your gift isn't ordinary. You've already felt that your voice touches others, that your vision sees beyond, that your sensitivity guides you, that your pain carries purpose, that your presence creates change. Now, you need to decide what you'll do with it. Will you hide it, or will you serve? Will you silence it, or will you share it? Your existence is not random. It's an answer. You are the answer to something or someone. Your story, your experiences, your perspective, and your scars are tools. When you use them consciously, you fulfill your mission. And fulfilling your mission doesn't mean being perfect. It means being true. True to yourself, to the world, and to what you feel. To continue this awakening, follow this channel. Here you will find more messages, guidance, and activation codes. We'll go deeper into each of the gifts, showing how to apply them in practice, how to live with purpose, how to turn your energy into impact, and most importantly, how to connect with others who are awakening too. Don't ignore what you felt while reading this. This wasn't just reading, it was recognition. Something within you vibrated because it was seen, remembered, touched. This is the beginning of something greater. And now that you know, there's no going back to sleep. Once truth is revealed, it demands action. The choice is in your hands. You can close this page and go back to your life. Or you can begin to live the life you were born to live. You don't need to rush. You just need to keep going. One step at a time. One choice at a time. And whenever you need to remember who you are, come back here. Because this space is yours. And your journey is only just beginning.